Video is sponsored by War Thunder. Fallout 4 is a nearly 10-year-old game, but despite its age, the game is consistently one of the most played games on Steam. Thousands upon thousands are playing this game still today, but the real question is, why? Anybody who's familiar with Bethesda in the slightest are probably aware of the large modding community centered around these games. 6 out of the 8 most modded games on Nexus are made by Bethesda, so there's really no competition when it comes to modding your games. Out of all the Fallout games, Fallout 4 is without a doubt the most modded. With so many mods out there, how's one to know which ones are worth getting and which just make me uncomfortable? That's why I decided to compile a list of some great Fallout 4 mods for any player. But first, whenever I'm not surviving the harsh, unforgiving wasteland, I'm playing the sponsor of today's video, War Thunder. War Thunder is the large-scale military vehicle combat game, and the best part is it's available for free on PC and console. There are over 2,500 planes, tanks, helicopters, and ships from 10 major nations for the player to use, ranging from pre-World War II technology to the tech of today. As an avid fan of military history, the level of detail put in these vehicles are the highest I've ever seen in any game. Every vehicle is intricately modeled from the engine, fuel tanks, and even the crew inside. Now if all this seems a bit much for you, have no fear, because there's a game mode for every type of player, ranging from more arcade-like modes to ultra-realism. Taking the helm of these monstrous machines has never felt more real, thanks to the game's realistic graphics and excellent sound design. If you use my link in the description below, new and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will receive a massive bonus pack, which includes multiple premium vehicles, the special vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium. This offer is only available for a limited time, so download War Thunder for free today and join the over 70 million players in battle on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. For the first mod on the list, I'll start pretty simple. Improved map with visible roads does exactly as the name implies, heavily improving our map from the base game. Now Fallout 4's Pit-Boy map didn't stick out to me as bad the first time I played it, but after using this mod, I'll never go back. Roads, train tracks, and topography are now displayed on your map. If you play in survival mode like me, knowing where the roads are is crucial to arriving to your destination alive. This mod is probably far from essential to most players, but at the end of the day, it's a small, lore-friendly mod that adds a little bit more immersion to the game. I've played Fallout 4 a lot. Like, a lot. This means that I've sat through that long, overly dramatic intro a lot. Fallout 4's intro kinda sucks, and honestly I'd be happy if I never had to sit through it again. Luckily our next mod ensures that I never have to spend time with my family like a loser again. Start Me Up Alternate Start and Dialogue Overhaul Redux allows you to skip the intro, but it does it in a really cool way. Rather than just flat out skipping the intro, this mod allows you to pick a backstory for your character. You can be a raider, a farmer, a mercenary, alongside almost 40 other classes. All of these grant you unique items and bonuses. Along with your class, you can choose between a variety of starting locations too. Traits were optional bonuses that you could choose in Fallout 2 New Vegas, but sadly they were absent for Fallout 4. Well, you're not gonna believe it, but this fucking madman brought traits back. This mod includes 20 traits, some returning from past games and some that are completely new. This alone adds a ton of replayability to the game. If all of this isn't enough, it even changes over 800 lines of dialogue, mainly pertaining to the main quest line. Calling this a simple alternate start mod is almost degrading, because it's so much more than that. This is a mainstay in my mod folder, and I don't see it going anywhere soon. I know I talk a lot about Fallout on this channel, but one of my favorite game series of all time is Metro. This is why I just had to include Metro gas masks on the list. This mod adds 3 new gas masks inspired by the world of Metro. If you're a fan of the series, these are a must-have. They look like they were ripped straight out of the game. They're that high quality. Even non-fans can get a lot of use out of these. They're a great addition for survival mods like Whispering Hill or Frost. If you're a fan of Metro, or just want to look cool, give this mod a download. On the topic of survival related mods, we have our next entry, Nest Survival Bunkers. Now like I said earlier, survival mode is my main way to play Fallout 4, which means that everything is a bit more dangerous. I have to move around the map slower and constantly be on the lookout for beds to save at. Nest Survival Bunker scatters 30 safe houses all across the map for the player to find. One of the main things I love about this mod is just the variety of the bunkers. They range from everything to hollowed out water towers, all the way to anchored ships hundreds of feet from shore. The interiors are all custom made and oftentimes feature a little side story. Most important maybe is the fact that these all serve their intended purpose, bunkering down. You'll always find enough supplies to top off before heading back. These are such a cool addition to the game, I really hope for a feature like this in the next Fallout. Fallout 4 has a ton of amazing weapon mods, but for the sake of this list, I'm only going to be taking a look at one. Combined Arms is a weapon pack that brings 14 high quality modern firearms to Fallout. Weapons included in this pack are the M1911, M249, AKM, and many, many more. Not only are these weapons added to the game, but they're just as customizable as the guns of the base game. You can change so much about these weapons, ranging from ammo capacity to weapon optics. The determining factor in whether or not you'll like this mod is whether or not you think modern firearms belong in Fallout. As a bit of a gun nut myself, I love having these guns in the game. They add more realism and can be used for fun character builds. However, I fully understand people not interested in that stuff. That being said, Combined Arms is a great place to start for people looking to add some fresh weapons to their game. On the topic of weapons, let's talk about the scopes of Fallout 4. They kinda suck. Whenever you aim, the outside of the scope is blacked out. But luckily the mod See-Through Scopes fixes this issue. This mod essentially adds picture-in-picture aiming to a variety of scopes in the game. This might seem like a small change, but it drastically changes the feel of combat. There are a few mods that try to do this, but See-Through Scopes is the best by far. I didn't experience any performance hits in my time using it. They all look great too. If you're looking for an immersive overhaul to combat, See-Through Scopes is a perfect match. Settlement building was a fun addition to the series introduced in Fallout 4, but it's far from perfect. Thankfully, the community has given us a ton of great settlement mods. One of my favorites being OCD Decorator. I don't fucking know. If you've ever played any Bethesda game, you know how janky the physics can get. This makes it super hard to decorate and customize your base with props. OCD Decorator allows you to take in-game items and place them as a rigid prop in-game. If you want to spend any time decorating your settlements and making them feel lived in, this mod is essential for you. It might not seem like that big of a deal, but once you use it, you'll never go back. You can place tools, ammo, food, and over 600 more items wherever you want, knowing that it won't move on you. You can make shops, garages, or, my favorite, roleplay as an alcoholic. Either way, you can't decorate like a pro unless you use OCD Decorator. Fallout 4's open world has aged pretty well over the years, but it's really lacking in some areas. One of these being weather. True Storm's Wasteland Edition sets out to solve this issue by completely overhauling Fallout 4's weather system. Now, seasoned Skyrim modders might recognize True Storms from the Skyrim mod of the same name, and now that same mod author is tackling Fallout 4's weather. This mod adds brand new weather, textures, sounds, particle effects, and much more. This turns the game from a 9-year-old game that's beginning to show its age to a beautiful experience you'd see in any modern AAA title. Whether it be an early foggy morning, a harsh midnight storm, or anything in between, this is Fallout 4 like you've never seen it before. Along with traditional weather, this mod also adds and expands upon less orthodox weather types. You can experience harsh dust storms, and radiation storms are bigger and better than ever. There's even an option to have large feral ghoul hordes spawn during these storms. If you're looking to add a bit more realism, along with making your game nicer to look at, True Storms is a must-have mod. For our last mod on the list, we're going with another settlement mod, Homemaker Expanded Settlements. Have you ever seen an object while out exploring that would look great back in your base, but sadly it wasn't craftable? Homemaker solves this issue by adding over 1,000 new craftable objects to settlement building. We have new beds, new chairs, new houses, new crops, and everything else in between. This is one of the biggest and most comprehensive settlement mods out there. It takes so many assets that were never available before and lets us customize it to our liking. You can really make your base look great with these assets. This mod adds so much that it's really hard to even speak on, so I really recommend just downloading it and seeing if it fits for you. Those were just a few of my favorite Fallout 4 mods. If I missed any, let me know down below and I'll be sure to add them in the next video. I want to give a big thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Be sure to use my link in the pinned comments and video description, that way you don't miss out on your huge bonus pack. Play War Thunder for free on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. If you liked the video, liking and subscribing really helps the channel out a lot. I think that's all from me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.